Hi, I'm Albert J. here at Bergen, Fisker of Bergen in Paramus, New Jersey. We're here for the premiere of the Fisker Karma, a new car that's coming out in 2011. It's supposed to be an eco-friendly car that's actually a plug-in model. I'm here with Chris Kafer, one of the important people here at the Jaguar/Fisker dealership. Can you tell me a little bit about the car?
Sure. The Fisker Karma is coming out early 2011. It's a 2011 model. It's the world's first plug-in luxury hybrid vehicle, which means you can charge up this car every evening and go for the first 50 miles completely gas-free. After those first 50 miles, you're going to get an average mile per gallon of around 100 miles per gallon. The car is powered directly by two electric motors, has a 403 horsepower. There is actually no transmission in this car, one of the first of its kind, because it's powered completely by the two electric engines, two electric motors. There is a gas generator that actually supplies additional electricity once the battery pack is depleted. But for the average American who commutes about 30 miles a day round trip, for a lot of these people, they can actually use this car completely gas-free. It starts at around $88,000, typically equipped $96,000. It has about 1,600 deposits so far in the country. A lot of people have been putting down $5,000 deposits, anxiously awaiting this vehicle.
Now, so you're saying if I were to work about 12 to 15 miles away from my home,
Sure.
I plug this car in overnight. The next day when I get in, it's going to go up to 50 miles without using any gas.
That's correct. And there's no worries after that 50 miles, because then there's a gas generator that kicks in and supplies electricity that's needed. And then you can have a range of 300 miles.
So for the average American who doesn't want to press any crazy buttons or figure anything out, car just does everything on its own.
Pretty much. You also have control of whether you want to use some of the gas power to power the car, or if you want to use completely battery power generation. But that first 50 miles can be completely gas-free. It takes about 6 to 8 hours per evening to recharge the car. That's if you have a typical electric power at your home. And the typical charge, depending on where you are in the country, the average, I think, is 10 cents a kilowatt. It would cost you about $2 per day to actually recharge the car. So it costs you about $2 a day to go 50 miles with the car, with the Fisker Karma. The other thing, too, is this is a high-performance vehicle. You're going to go 0 to 60 in 6 seconds. It's 400 horsepower, and the torque is completely driven right to the wheels that power the car. There's no transmission to get in the way. So actually, when you're going from that 0 to 60, you're going with absolutely zero shift points. It's just pure power.
So theoretically, this car, if you were never to drive more than 50 miles, you could actually never use any gas?
You can actually never use gas if you're not going to go more than 50 miles. That's correct, yeah.
That's interesting. And now, I noticed in the brochure, you have to hit a special button for the horsepower to kick in. It drives in a certain mode when you're just driving normally, and then you kick it into another gear?
There's several different modes. What they call stealth mode will be pure battery power, and it's actually completely silent as well, which is a reason, if you see the front of the car and the back of the car, they're actually developing a speaker system so that the car actually has a sound to it. So if you're driving purely electric, which no hybrid on the road currently does, you'll actually need a sound just for safety purposes so that you can actually hear the car. So, the future of automobiles is the fact that it's going to be completely clean environmentally and actually produces no noise, which is actually a nice benefit as well. The car also has other eco-friendly attributes to it. The interior leather is all from cows that are free-range cows, grass-fed, and the wood interiors are all from wood that have fallen trees, so trees that have grown to maturity and have fallen down. Also wood that's gotten from the bottoms of lakes in the U.S. And you have some of those wood sources are actually over 100 years old. Wood that's at the bottom of the lakes throughout the country from logging from the 1800s. And then other wood is actually sourced from some of the natural forest fires in California. And that's why you'll see inside this car, it's got incredible patina on the wood, all different variations of color and textures. And the hides inside are all hand done with very little pigmentation, so you get a very natural feel to the leather as well. And they also have, there's 3 different additions to the Fisker Karma. There's the Eco Standard, there's the Eco Sport, and then there's the Eco Chic, which is completely animal-free. And some of the fibers that are going to be on the seats from that car is actually taken from bamboo. So there's variations of this car. It's also all aluminum. It's all aluminum body. The battery pack should last about 10 years, is what they're predicting, and can be changed out after those 10 years. So you're never stuck with a car that can't be renewed as well.
It's a very unique and nice car, from the cows to the trees to everything. Now, I read also that Fisker has designed a bunch of cars, from Aston Martin to BMW Z8. Do you think there's a specific reason why he put his name on this car, or it's just that he was ready for this to happen?
Well, actually, Henrik Fisker visited us here about 6 months ago, and he basically told us that he wanted to develop a car that was truly, truly exciting, eco-friendly, and it's basically a whole new way of developing a car company. Fisker is a California-based American car company. However, a lot of the components are going to be outsourced, so they don't have a lot of the problems that a lot of the typical American manufacturers have. There aren't the legacy costs of employees from the past. They don't have problems with putting everything under one roof. They've designed the car, engineered the car in California, and have outsourced actually even the manufacturing of the body. The car will be actually assembled in Finland, alongside the same lines that produce the Porsche Boxster, Porsche Cayman, and the Porsche Cayenne. So it's a whole new way of actually developing a car company.
Well, Chris, thank you very much for your time.
Sure, my pleasure.
It's a beautiful car, and hopefully we'll sell a few more than you expected.
We hope so. Thank you so much.
Thank you.